The Human Person and Death. Philosophical Reflections on Mortality and Meaning. In this video, we're going to explain the phenomenological notion of death, give the characteristics of death, relate death with the concept of a good life based on authenticity, reflect on one's own death, embrace death as a natural phenomenon. According to Martin Heidegger, 1889 to 1976, in his book Being and Time, death is A. certain, B. indefinite, C. one's property, D. non-relational, and E. not to be outstripped. Death is certain. We, humans, are existing in time. Thus, as being thrown in the world, we have beginning, and since we are finite beings, we also have end, death. Birth and death are two things we cannot remove from our existence. Whether we like it or not, we will die. Death is indefinite. While death is sure to come, it is, however, indefinite as to when it will come. Death is impending, meaning to say it can happen any time. We do not know exactly when. That is why we should try to live the best life that we can, for we never know the day of our end. Death is one's property. The death of the person belongs to him. Nobody can experience his death except himself. There can be no proxies or substitutes for a person in experiencing death. Death is non-relational. This means that when we die alone. We have no choice but to face it on our own. Death also removes all our relations to others. In contemplating death, we realize our own individuality and independence from the world. Death is not to be outstripped. Death cannot be taken away from a person. Even the person himself cannot remove the possibility of death in his life. One cannot make himself live forever. Even though we see in fiction movies the idea of immortality death in real life is a definite reality which nothing can be done to be outstripped. Death and authenticity. Authenticity is an idea mostly used in existentialism, which means having true and meaningful existence. According to Soren Kierkegaard, we have to avoid the crowd, the majority of the society, which we think that should be the pattern of our lives. What does death really mean? Is it just a reminder that human existence has a limitation? We may accept the reality of death as it is, but it also reminds us that we have to value life while we have it. Since we cannot control it, things that remain within our control are those which belong to life. While still alive, we have choices to take. The question now is not focused on death, but on how we live in the world. Let us ask ourselves before we die, did we ever truly live? Plato's view. Death is liberation of the soul from the body. The soul is eternal, the body is temporary. Life is a preparation for death.